a couple of different topics. I'm going to start with one that really was kind of a referendum on some Vlad tactics that I've picked up over the years, which is re-uploading clips of someone after they passed away.
Right.
They did everything they could to try to villainize this practice.
Right.
It didn't feel like the audience was terribly convinced. You were brought up because I said you were the first person that I had ever seen do this, and how it eventually, after seeing you do it, it made me realize that I didn't think there was anything wrong with it. I got a lot of pushback on that. How do you see that?
I'm going to show you, because I was thinking about this today, and I knew that this question would come up. So when I was in my car, I took a screenshot of my Spotify display in my car, and Rap Caviar, who is like one of my go-to, one of the big playlists on Spotify.
I stop by there whenever I want to know what's going on. Yeah.
The number one song that just got added to Rap Caviar.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Go ahead, take a look at that.
Number one is P&B Rock, Selfish. Not terribly surprised though.
So Spotify is I'm waiting for the Joe Budden comment about Spotify, how they're monetizing a black man's death,
right?
On a platform that is a subscription-based platform.
Right. I mean, the response immediately would be his family's earning money off of that, while when a clip of him doing an interview, if it were to get re-uploaded on No Jumper, that his family's not seeing anything from that. My argument would be that it's really not about that. It's really just about sharing this person at a time that people are looking for information about them.
It's just obvious. Like when Olivia Newton-John died, when I go into Paramount Plus, Grease was the first movie on there, because everyone's looking back at her catalog and so forth. The funny part to me about Joe, who I feel has been a hypocrite this whole time, is that when he first mentioned the whole thing about me uploading Kevin Samuels' life story flashback after he passed, was like, oh yeah, Vlad's whatever for doing that. Oh, I didn't do that, with my, Kevin Samuels interview that got 6 million views, by the way. And I'm just like shaking my head like, did you take off the advertising off your Kevin Samuels interview, Joe Budden, as you're bragging about the number of views?
But the re-upload is the thing that people get so concerned about, right?
Whatever. It's all just gaslighting, and it's all just like, Joe don't like me, so he's going to come up with something to try to ridicule something that actually we feel is a something that really celebrates the person who I got to sit down with for a couple of hours, that everyone is checking for and so forth. Joe didn't demonetize that. He probably made $10,000, $20,000 off of that Kevin Samuels, as he's making money off a dead man. The thing that he's accusing other people of doing. Joe should take down every interview of everyone he's interviewed that's passed away. Right. As time goes on, more and more interviews will be like that. But he doesn't do that. He likes to essentially attack things that, by using like a racial bias and so forth. And that's what he does. That's what 50 did to Ja Rule. He made fun of Ja Rule singing, and made Ja Rule rethink his whole strategy and start doing songs like Clapback and so forth. And then Ja Rule's career ended up going down because what people were checking for was the singing. But then 50 Cent started doing himself. Right. And when you fall for that bullshit, when you fall for someone trying to take you off your game by trying to ridicule something that's working for you already, we do not make a huge percentage of our income from flashbacks. Maybe 2-3% overall. It's really more designed to really celebrate the person. And a lot of times my interviews are life stories. So Joe Budden doesn't have a life story interview with Kevin Samuels. He has Kevin Samuels talking about a bunch of topics. I have the only interview with Kevin Samuels that starts with his birth and goes through his childhood, goes through his parents, goes through his various marriages, his ups and downs and so forth, and ends with his philosophies and everything else like that. Joe doesn't